everybody, it's Tanetta Talks and it's story time. So this is for a few audiences. Got my LinkedIn. Y'all new to me, so y'all may not have known that I was a professional caterer. I have my own catering business. And for my Facebook and Instagram followers, y'all been with me since the beginning, since Tanetta's Healthy Eats. Back in 2020, during the COVID, I started cooking out of my kitchen. But let's get into this story. And I like cooking and I like talking. Hence the name, Tanetta Talks. But I'm not cooking or catering for nobody but people I like and love. So, I'm eating some arepas. If y'all never had an arepa, it's bomb, y'all. I made it this one. So I made it this morning for my children. They had arepas for breakfast with some avocado and plantain and some salsa. And I'm just warming these up on my griddle. I don't have air fryer, so I'm just gonna throw this on here. This raw dog and this boom boom. So we got that on there. So I'm pretty sure I did that wrong. I'm not gonna burn myself. So while that's warming up, I'm gonna have y'all follow me in my kitchen. I'm gonna be making a few things, but while I talk about why I'm not catering and what led me to kind of like stop. So I'm gonna do a real brief introduction on why I actually did cater. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button. But I'm gonna talk to y'all about why I started catering in the first place. So I was a high school teacher. I love teaching, y'all. Teaching is my jam. But it was COVID, high school teaching, and if you ever taught high school, during COVID, I feel like the responsibilities went from 10 to 1,000 in like a week. So it's like, you want me to do what? Keep attendance where? How? Manage behavior? And I can't get nobody a 50% or below? Anyway, while I'm home, I'm like, y'all, I got all this time on my hand. I started cooking all this extra food, and some people been asking, can I meal prep? No, I kept saying, I don't meal prep. And I got lots of suggestions like, oh, Tanetta, your food is good and you should sell it. Stop giving out food for free, because that's my heart and passion. I love cooking and I like doing it for free. So my husband graduated from Firefighter Academy and I catered. I mean, as always, I like cooking, so I cooked for it. I made like rum cake. I made all type of food, like salmon balls, beef, all type of stuff, because that's what my heart was, cooking. And oh my God, look at this avocado, it's perfect. Anyway, but I made the cakes, I made everything from scratch, all the sauces, all the things. And they said, oh my God, Tina, this is so good, you should cater. I said, well, or you should start charging people for your food. Fine, I started charging. And while I charged, I started my business with meal prep. I was scared, I was nervous, I did it scared. I just like, you know what, whoever gonna want this, they'll buy from me. I just put it out there. Hey, I'm meal prepping, I do meal prep Wednesdays. If y'all did meal prep Wednesdays while I was teaching, y'all are the OGs, because I was truly experimenting. I did not know nothing about meal prep, but I did it. And then I started meal prepping and preparing. I started preparing, this is cilantro. I started preparing meals for the teachers at the high school. And then I did all type of salmon, fresh salmon, chicken breasts, all type of vegetables. I was making taco bowls, quinoa bowls. And I didn't know nothing about charging for food. My kitchen was clean, my house was clean, and they was buying it. I was delivering it to the teachers. All right, so fast forward a little bit, my clients started to get a little bit bigger. I had one of my largest clients, not largest, but profile clients was one of the congressmen, and he would come to my house and pick up meal prep, and I was catering for him and his daughter. All right, so all this is going on. I've been doing meal prep, and then I started catering, and I started doing these festivals and stuff. So now my kitchen getting crowded. I know I'm kind of going fast, but I'm trying to get to why I stopped. I got to tell you why I started. So I started doing these events, didn't have my license to prepare food publicly, got my health department license. I thought I was the stuff when I got my license, y'all. So I got my license, took the Safe Serve class, and I was on the road. I didn't hire my first employee for meal prep, y'all. And I was like, oh my God, I got an employee. Oh my God, what do I do with this? So, and then we was prepping. Like I was getting big with the meal prep. But then I saw the festivals, y'all. the money I made for festivals. Now, mind you, it's stressful making food for hundreds of people or people you don't know that's gonna buy your food. But I started selling out. Then I'm like, I can get used to this. And then I got my first catering client. Shout out to Summer. God, shout out to Summer. This is my food soul. Shout out to Summer. She got me catering for her daughter's birthday party. And it went in from there. I gotta put these apples over. But watch me with the hand movement, y'all. You ready? And watch this, watch this. Ooh, you saw that? Ooh, you saw that? Oh, I touched it. But Summer hired me to cater her daughter's birthday party. So nervous. I made like waffles from scratch. I made like these kebabs and biscuits and stuff from scratch. Everybody loved it. And I was like, okay, I can do this. So I started catering for my sorority events, started catering for Butler University sports team. I started catering for the School of Business and Butler University. I catered for the Cleveland Cavaliers at the stadium. Someone referred me. So if you are listening to me, you referred me to cater to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I love you and I thank you. That was an experience like no other. Okay. So what was pushing me over the brink in catering? It wasn't that I didn't make enough money, because catering, you can make money, especially if you're personable and you like people and you like cultures and you understand how to relate to others. That wasn't issues. I was able to get customers. I would say I did not hire correctly, meaning I did not hire people early enough. I should have hired people early enough to help me, because what was ending up happening would be people will create these orders for me, and I thought I was prepared mentally. I wasn't mentally to fulfill orders without getting help ahead of time. So I would cater, and say, for instance, someone say, tonight I'm going to have about 500 people there. Can you cater? I'm like, yeah. I was saying yes to everything, and I should not have been doing that. I was saying yes to everything, and then I would find myself doing it by myself, asking these people to help. These people, cousins, mama, daddy, husband, children, all type of stuff, just asking for help, because I was like, oh my God, I underestimated the time it took to prep. And this is early on. And once I learned that, I started hiring from temp agencies. I hired like 3 employees. Overall, I had almost 20 employees during this time period of me catering. And I even had hired someone who was bilingual, and she helped me get a lot of my Spanish-speaking customers. I love her so much. And if she's listening, girl, I love you. But I was spending so much time catering. My children was like, Mommy, you don't play with me anymore. Mommy, you're always working. And then I started getting stressed because I was hearing my children. And I would actually have nights consecutively where I did not sleep because I was preparing large orders. And that was due to myself not prepping ahead of time. So I had the money, but I didn't prep ahead of time and get the help I needed early enough. So for my business owners who are, let me rinse this off. This is uncut, y'all. I'm not editing this. So for my business owners who are really out there thugging it out, and you are making enough money, and not enough money is like, it can be $12, $13, $15 an hour to get help. I gotta check those out apples. I don't want them to burn. It's lime juice. I think it's lime. I want you to please get help. Get help mean if you don't have the money to actually pay someone, ask them if they can volunteer their time for like an hour with you, whatever business you have, until you're able to pay somebody. Early, do that early. Don't wait till it's like so much business. Because what ended up happening, I started having health issues, like legit health issues. I started getting stressed, like chronic stress. I started to have like these the green beans ready. I started to have these episodes where I literally was hallucinating because I was not sleeping. I was not was sleeping enough. I was always hot. Like I felt like I was pregnant, but I wasn't pregnant. I was hot and sweat. I felt like fat, like fat all the time, and I was losing weight because I wasn't eating a lot. I wasn't sleeping very good. Sorry, this camera on me, but. And I'm like, let me check myself into this hospital. So I'm putting some pepper in this mug. Let me check myself up. Check myself in. So I'm seasoning up a little bit. And I know I'm doing a lot. I ain't even smashed nothing up. But anyway, I'm talking to y'all while I'm preparing this dish, which usually takes me forever to prepare my own food. And so I checked myself in because y'all, like, this ain't normal. I was getting sick of everybody. I was so stressed. I'm putting a little water. I was so stressed from this getting overworked, and that was something I did to myself. And it was very preventable. So I'm gonna blame this up, y'all. It was very, very, very preventable. And what happened was when I went to the doctor, you know, thank God, you know, everything has passed, and I know and understand what to do in my life and how to improve it. Watch me blend up this stuff. This ain't a ninja, y'all. This is a tornado. This is a waya Tyrone, baby. Not a ninja, but this is like, let me taste it. It's mine though. Don't. That's good. It's sour, but I'm put a little bit more lime in there. And I need a little bit more salt. But anyway, I went to the doctor. And they was like, your thyroid is protruding. I may not edit this at all. I don't know what I'm going to do. Listen. I'm sick of this already. Sick of it! But anyway, I'm just going to mute this part and probably fast. Okay, I'm done. This is good. Anyway. But, the doctor was like, my blood pressure was extremely high. Like, it was to a point where they was like, you should have been checked into the hospital. The readings were like 180 or 190 over like 90. And I'm not a doctor. I didn't understand those readings. I literally didn't understand it. Because I'm like, what does that even mean? They're like, you're sick. You're literally sick. And they're like, you need to go to an endocrinologist. Went to endocrinologist, y'all. They even said I had Graves' disease. Me being dramatic, I'm like, I'm gonna die. Is that mean I'm going to the grave? And meanwhile, I still had orders to complete. So me miss holistic everything, which is nothing wrong being holistic. Let me do this. I had some green beans in here cooking. I need to cook a little bit longer. But me being miss holistic everything, I was distraught. I'm like, oh my God, look at me holding this up, about to burn my hand off. These adapters. So I'm not making my plans because I don't feel like doing that. But I was just dramatic. Like, my husband came because I'm like, please come with me because I don't know what they're going to say. And I had a few more orders to complete. But before that time frame, I think I had to do the Cleveland Cavaliers orders because they already paid. And then I had a conference to complete. And y'all, I thank God for the person who booked it. And if you're listening, I love you so much. Like, they had my food previously at another event, and they're like, tonight they're gonna hook us up. I did. It was for quite a few people. And what I learned from that experience is I should have got the help I needed early on. So I didn't show y'all what the adapters look like. Mine kind of ghetto, but open it up, pocket. Should I do plantains? I don't got time for that. I'm just gonna put avocado in mine. But avocado and some, that's it. I don't feel like doing that else. But I was like, I actually prepped a day or two before. I made all the cookies, I made all the brownies, all the boxes had all the snacks in it for the conference. And what else happened? But it was a day to put all the wraps and stuff in there. So I actually made all the wraps the day before. I made everything ahead of time. But it was over 100 people at this conference. And I was like, okay, so now this is going to take you like an hour to put everything in a box. I was so stressed. I went into the lobby of the place I rented the kitchen. Like, can I pay somebody to help me? So they helped me. I cut myself trying to rush. Bismillah, oh Allah, I mean. But this has got avocado, y'all, because this is all I feel like doing. But That little tang to it. But my husband was like, after that was my last one. He was like, Tanetta, I think you should stop. You're getting sick. Oh, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all. I had a booth. And it's a really, really big festival. A big booth. I had like tacos and nachos. And I literally cooked every single item. My myself cooked it all. I didn't get help because me being me, not prepping ahead of time, I forgot I paid for the festival. Because sometimes with festivals, you register months ahead of time and you pay ahead of time. And it wasn't that I couldn't afford it. I've been paying for festivals. And the festival was like a week away. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I paid for this festival. Like 40,000 people was going to be there. I cooked all this food. And then I'm in the kitchen crying because I'm like, Lord, I hate catering. I hate it so much. I cried and cried. I packed the car. I was about to pack the car up, and then my cousin called. Take a bite. And she was like, Tanetta, what you doing? I said, I'm crying. Why are you crying? Because I cooked all this food, and I don't even want to go to this festival. I'm sick of it. I said, Tanetta, get your life together. We're going to that festival. I said, but I ain't getting no help. I said, Tanetta, I'm going to help you. And y'all know, she came to the kitchen, let me pack up my car, and I called one of my sorors, Paris, you may not even hear this. Paris, you're a lifesaver. We got to the festival, set my tent up, set my table up. I had all my stuff that was needed for the health department, all the requirements. And I had my square iPad, I had a square cash register. I had everything set up, y'all. Everything, my books was in order. And I tell you, I got there, the customers started coming. Now, mind you, I've done dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of festivals. I wasn't new to this, I'm true to this, but I was at a point, the breaking point. I was so sick of it. I had to leave. Well, I left my girl Paris. The Paris hold down the register. I went and threw up because I was just sick of it all. I'm sick of cooking. Sick of catering for large groups. I was sick of the whole process because it brought so much stress to me. The thought of actually catering made me nauseous, and I actually allowed it to get to that point. So the moral of this story, it took me 15 minutes to say this. Everything you do as a talent, or everything you do that like you are super good at, you do not gotta monetize it. You do not have to make it a business. Now, I have another business which takes 1,000% less effort. Which I'm Tanetta Talks. That's it. I can talk and come to you all and teach a class. I ain't gotta prepare no food. I'm amazing at that. I got a master's in education, so I got the education to back it up. But it's so much less stressful. I see a transformation immediately. Cooking, baby, I gotta take a whole week to prepare for that transformation. It's tiring. So I had to stop catering. I stopped, but I'm still cook. Like this is fire. I'm gonna do a video on how I made them. Real basic. You ain't gotta pay $5 for them. This thing probably pennies on a dollar to make your own. But anyway, I love you all. Story time over. My food not for profit no more. My food is I make it with soul. I make it with love. But I ain't making it to cater for nobody. Love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. Keep y'all updated. But I do teach etiquette. Boom. I teach public speaking. Boom. Employee relations. I teach y'all how to understand different cultures. Because, baby, don't let you come up to my tent talking about you from Nigeria. Cousin! Don't talk about somebody you from London. Hey, mate. I got some bomb fish tacos up in here. That was my jam. I teach y'all cultural awareness. It can relate to so many topics and so many different arenas. I got you in that field. But anyway, I want to just tell y'all, not that like I actually owed y'all an explanation, but I figure A lot of you all have followed me since 2020 in catering from meal prep. And I want y'all to know I love y'all so much. Continue to support. Share my message. Make sure don't let work you. I learned that late. I should have learned it early. Don't let work you. No matter what work you in. You work in the work. Don't let the work you. Love y'all.